Hello and welcome into another edition of Trojan Sports Now. I'm Jahmal Kennedy.
And I'm Rachael Wilkerson. Stick around as we bring you the latest news and scores from Troy Athletics. The men's basketball team took the court following the women against Arkansas State last Saturday, but their night would end with a different narrative. The men's basketball team fell just short of a victory, losing 82-80 against Arkansas State in a game that came down to the final seconds. In the final moments of the game, with the Trojans down 2, who else but Wesley Person to hit a 3 to put the Trojans up 78-77. The Trojans turned the ball over twice with under a minute to play, allowing Arkansas State to add on to their lead via free throws. Troy cut the score to 81-80 with under 12 seconds to play, and with Ark State's Rashad Lindsay missed the second of the 2 free throws, and with the score being 82-80, leaving the Trojans with the window to tie for the win. Senior guard Daniel Peace raced the ball up the court but was unable to convert on the layup. Arkansas State missed the front end of one, allowing Troy one final shot. But Wesley Person would go on to miss the half-court buzzer, sinking Troy's hopes and their record to 10-10 and 2-4 in conference play. Sophomore Jordan Bernardo finished with a team-high 18 points, and Jeremy Holloway pushed his consecutive double-digit scoring streak to 15 games with his 15 points on the night.
And after a close loss to kick off their Arkansas road trip on Saturday, the men's basketball team finished their visit to the Natural State with a more decisive victory Monday night. It came down to a battle of free throws in the end, and the Trojans of Troy prevailed, also propelled by a big night from Jeremy Holloman, who helped push the Trojans to a 78-69 victory over Little Rock last Monday for Troy's first win against the Trojans since January of 2014. Along with extending his double-digit scoring streak to 16 straight games, the senior Holloman also earned the 8th double-double of his career, scoring 23 points and pulling down 13 rebounds. This is also the 4th time that Holloman has scored 20 or more points this season. However, not to be overshadowed, a Barnado touchdown in the Jack Stevens Center as the sophomore sensation ended up with 24 points on 8 of 17 shooting from the field and 9 of 12 shooting from the free throw line. Troy was unable to outscore Little Rock in the paint 32-18 due to Little Rock's 6'11 center Lise Shoshi getting into foul trouble.
Chanda Rigby and her Trojans were looking to rebound from a tough 3-point loss to Arkansas Little Rock on Thursday with their visit to Arkansas State last weekend. The Trojans came out with the victory over the Red Wolves with a score of 83-75. Senior Caitlin Ramirez continued her reign of terror over Sunbelt Conference opponents, posting a double-double with 19 points and 18 rebounds. RJ Saunders joined Ramirez with 18 points and 10 rebounds of her own. The story of the night was rebounding. The Trojans were second in the nation, averaging just under 49 rebounds per game on the season, but Saturday night the Trojans tied a program record with 69 rebounds. The women's basketball team improved to 13-5 after Saturday's victory and 6-1 in conference play.
And Thursday night, the Trojans were back in Trojan Arena against the Eagles of Georgia Southern, and Troy did something that every team wants to do when they're at home: protect their home court. Jalen Bivens has the highlight from the Trojans' 77-67 victory.
Thursday night, the Trojans hosted the Georgia Southern Eagles. Senior forward Caitlin Ramirez scored 19 points and had 6 rebounds. RJ Saunders also had 10 points, but it was senior guard Jayla Chills that had an impressive night. Chills recorded a double-double with 19 points and snagged 10 rebounds.
Coach C talked to the guards, and she was like, whenever you're open, just shoot the ball. Don't pass up any easy shots. Coach Rigby always tells us to try to shoot in like 7 seconds when we come down.
Though there were some things that the Eagles outdid the Trojans in, Coach Rigby was still very pleased with how the defense played.
I was pleased, and they gave a good defensive effort all night, but it made a difference out there. Kristen Emerson came up and was guarding the point guard, and she's so long that I don't think they could see around her, and so it gave everybody kind of wind under their wings to come up and be in passing lanes and make things happen like that.
Chill said that she had a certain mindset when it came to getting rebounds during the game.
Yeah, I was really set in to get those rebounds. Like, I had a mindset, like, coming into this game, they stressed about rebounding, and we was the #1 in national rebounding, so I just put my mind to it and just went in and got them.
Coach Rigby will also go on to say that she believes that Chill's rebounding skills gives her an edge over other guards.
I really believe that she might be the best rebounder in the Sun Belt Conference, even though she's a guard. I mean, the determination she has, and tonight she really showed her hops. I mean, she really got up over some people to rebound tonight.
Jalen Bivens, Trojan Sports Now.
The Trojans managed to pull out the 10-point victory despite shooting 9 of 39 from 3 on the night. Thursday night's win put the Trojans at 14-5 overall and 7-1 in conference play.
The Troy men's tennis team struggled to get anything going in their contest over the weekend, falling to UNC Greensboro 4-2 last Sunday morning. Mustafa Belkara and Amber Bedwin recorded the only wins on the afternoon in singles play. Belkara won a narrow first set 7-5 before taking the match 6-2 in the second set over William Albright. The freshman Bedwin had an easier go of things with a 6-2 win in straight sets to take his match over Jack Burkhill. Keynote, Troy was swept for the first time in doubles play this season.
Last week, as mentioned how the women's tennis team was facing a challenge of playing on the faster surface of an indoor court going into last weekend. Well, the Trojans closed out their first weekend of dual match play for the 2017 season against East Tennessee State University. And in a back-and-forth match, the Trojans fell to the Buccaneers 4-3 on a neutral court in Blacksburg, Virginia. The loss dropped them to 0-2 on the season. But in singles competition, the Trojans split the matches, picking up 3 wins from Aprilia Herlina, Luisa Ferrati, and Alicia Rodriguez.
Now from news from the baseball team last week. Former Troy pitcher Grant Bennett and current assistant coach Brad Phillips were honored by the Alabama Baseball Coaching Association. Bennett was honored with the Pitcher of the Year after a season in which the ace was a first-team All-Sunbelt Conference selection. In his junior season, Bennett also earned second-team All-Sunbelt Conference honors. In 30 career games for the Trojans, Bennett compiled a 17-6 record with an ERA of 2.72. Phillips was awarded the Assistant Coach of the Year award. This season, Phillips will enter his 7th year with the Trojans, and Phillips also handles the pitchers and under his coaching. 2 pitchers have been named Sunbelt Conference Pitcher of the Year, along with another taking home Freshman of the Year honors. This past season, the Trojans set a school record with 15 saves. The Trojans will open their 2017 season on February 17th against Xavier. Still to come on Trojan Sports Now, we'll have a preview of the Trojan men's basketball team's matchup against Georgia State.
But first, I sat down with men's basketball sophomore forward Jordan Varnado. Stick around for more Trojan Sports Now.